With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series fires things off for their 4th points-paying race of the regular season. That's right, tonight, drivers turning left and right here at Watkins Glen International Raceway. First road course, only road course on the schedule this season. Big crowd, big turnout here trackside, big turnout in the garage area. Upwards of 29, maybe even 30 truck drivers looking for a position here tonight. Points could go a long way. There you can see some of your track information for tonight's race. Track just as big as Talladega and Daytona, 2.4 miles around this beautiful road racing facility nestled in upstate New York. That's right, Watkins Glen International Speedway. I believe it's International Speedway, correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but nonetheless, qualifying already underway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside. And I tell you what, with about 15 drivers on the timing and scoring charts, let's go ahead and get to some of them qualifying numbers. On top of the speed charts, with the pole position for the moment, Eric Nowitzki tops them all. Quick time here in qualifying, 1:13.70. That's going to be the fastest lap we've seen all session long here, all through happy hour and all the way through qualifying. We're just about halfway done with tonight's qualifying session. As there you can see Ben Bryant with a little bit of trouble right in front of our cameras. He's going to go well off track, and that's going to, well, that lap's not going to count. Music's going to die out and fade away. Time begins to fade off of the stopwatch for these drivers to lay down a quick time, try to dethrone the king of speed here tonight at the Glen. Eric Nowitzki sits top of the speed charts, 1:13.69. Now that provisional pole for the Watkins Glen Grand Prix here in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. And you know, as we already said, it's your fourth points paying race. There's only 15 points races in the entire season. 10 of them regular season, all 5 in the championship are your points paying races, obviously. So not a lot of time. We're almost already through the halfway point in the season for drivers to begin to make their way into that postseason and to have a shot to run for that championship. The 23 drivers now on the speed charts. The 404 of Dave Gage struggling a little bit here in qualifying. Looks like he had a little bit of a rough go, possibly just making sure everything was okay with the truck. Gage having to pull one of the backups out after contact in happy hour. Crew chief says, just get the new truck out, and Gage seems to just be shaking everything out, making sure all the mechanical aspects are working in on this truck. Fastest driver in happy hour sits second on the speed charts. He's going to go faster than he did in happy hour. The 88 of Nick Burlow. And that fast Chevy ZL1 Camaro shock top Chevy Silverado. He's not in a Camaro. He's in a Silverado. We're in the trucks tonight. But Burlow fastest by leaps and bounds in happy hour. But Nowitzki finding some speed here in qualifying. Top of the speed charts, quick time still remains in the hands of that 48 team and crew and driver. 1:13.69 is the pole position. We got any big names out there? Let's see. Robert Lukens, newcomer to the series. You'll see his name highlighted in that red Watch'em color here in just a moment. You should see him begin to make his way out there and up to speed. Brian Tornowski also out there on track in his Toyota Tundra, the 28 truck, looking to turn in a time lap, but with just about 2 minutes remaining here in qualifying, Tornowski's going to have to get on it and get on it quick. So with track pretty quiet and a little bit of time on our hands, I tell you what, let's go ahead and get rid of some of this qualifying information. There you can see Nowitzki sitting at the top of the speed charts as Tornowski ends his laps. He's only going to go 21st on the speed charts. So Nowitzki still with that pole position with about 60 seconds remaining. We'll get rid of that qualifying times and go ahead and, what do you say we go ahead and give you some of that championship information coming into tonight's race? As we've said, just 3 points paying races into the season, and there you can see Clark Janikin, who's been to victory lane 2 times so far this year, sits top of the standings. Darren Clement in a close second. Jesse Hedges also going to victory lane. Hedges in a close third, just 14 points out of that points lead. Ryan Decker, Bailey Dutton knotted up 23 points back. Dave Gage with a good go at it. He's 26 points down. Justin Gann rounding out your top 10, just 31 points back. And that's where you start to get into that danger zone. Outside of that top 10, if you're Todd Cray, if you're Stephen Ayers Jr., you got to have some good finishes here because you're starting to get into that more than one race behind area. You really got to watch about getting yourself any further on back than that. And that's just a quick little look at the championship standings coming into tonight's race, and nobody going to take away that pole position from Eric Norwitzki. He's going to start top of the speed charts. He's going to lead the field off of the starting grid, but he's going to have a fast 88 shock top of Nick Burlow right beside him. Dutton and Janikin making up row number 2. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Head trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere. Race fans, will be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And right back trackside as drivers make their way to the starting grid. Man, what a way to kick off tonight's road course racing action here with the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Man, oh man, it's going to get good. I'm telling you, I can't wait for it. There you can see all of these drivers beginning to line up and make their way to the starting grid. And with the bells in the background, you know the sound, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Glen Grand Prix. Here from Watkins Glen International Speedway, Eric Norwitzki snatches the fast time in qualifying and will start from the pole position. The 88 of Nick Burlow just to his outside. Bailey Dutton, Clark Janikin back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, Josiah Strauss and Todd Cray. Row number 4 here tonight, Daniel Jensen, Jesse Hedges, TJ Grover, and Brinson Hunt round out your top 10. Justin Can, Nicholas Wing back in row number 6. In row number 7 tonight from Watkins Glen International Speedway, Ed Houck, followed by that 3 of Josh Douglas, Ryan Decker, Cody Schultz back in row 8. Row number 9 here tonight, Zach Miller out of the Tolstica Racing Stable. That 38 of Zach Miller looks to make his way a little bit further up through the field, but will roll off in P17. right beside Boss Man himself inside the 23. Brody Tolstika rolls off 18th. Back in row number 10 tonight is Stephen Ayers Jr. and Larry Poling. Brian Tarnowski and Patrick Coro back in row number 11. Row number 12, Scott Bellum, Dave Gage. Chevy Silverado pace truck rolling off, and we are getting set to fire things off. Scott Thomas, Darren Clement not putting in a time lap. They'll start 27th and 28th. Matt Allen and Ben Bryant round out this 30 truck field. Here in race number 4, you're watching the Glen Grand Prix. Pace truck down and away. Music fades away. These drivers bring the engines to life, and green flag flies for the first and what should be the only time here tonight at Watkins Glen. Oh, and a big run by Burlow on the outside. Did you see that run out of the shock top 88 Chevy Silverado to grab the top, to grab that top spot, to grab the race lead off of turn number 1. Everybody makes their way up through the S's now. Nice run there by Nick Burlow. He's going to make his way straight to the front of the field and begin to try to stretch his legs just a little bit. There you can see a handful of truck drivers stepping out of line. Nobody with any trouble yet. Clean start of tonight's race. And that is, oh, and we got trouble back there. Now we've got big trouble. We're going to have to go back, check out the entry to the chicane right there to the bus stop, because there was trouble. The big time trouble for the said 7 of Ed HAUCK. HAUCK with some big time trouble, and looks like he got stuck in that inside retaining wall. That Armco barrier snatching him and keeping him held right there, and HAUCK gonna have to hit the tow truck button, and he'll head to pit road. Almost a pretty uneventful first lap here tonight from Watkins Glen International Speedway. But unfortunately, we've got 2 drivers already on pit road with some damage. The 7 of Ed HAUCK and the 91 of Patrick Coro. Let's go back. Let's take a look real quick here. Let's check this replay. Let's see what happened with the 7. You can see him outside. Everything looks to be good. Oh, on the binders hard and just locks it up. Just locks it up right there. HAUCK just locks it up, and he meets that Armco barrier. And unfortunately, that barrier won. Brody Tolstika, he's got some trouble as well. Tolstika goes off track, and he's going to end up on pit lane. Robert Lukens also with some trouble. Lukens heads to pit road as well. Already some trouble here tonight for multiple drivers. We'll go ahead and get that timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen, because there's a lot of things going on, a lot of action all over this racetrack. Let's jump back here. Around that 12th position, you can still see a long string of cars making their way around the track. There you can see Justin Gannon, that Ford F-150. He's trying to hunt down 2 Toyotas out in front of him. The 44 of Brinson Hunt and Nicholas Swing holding down positions just inside of the top 10, and looking at the top 10, Wing sitting in that 11th position. Daniel Jensen's going to now drop a spot as the 44 moves up into 9th. And I tell you what, and Hunt has trouble just as we begun to talk about him. There you can see, hey, I like the paint job, man. I'm digging it. Chromed out Dave in the Cave, number 43, turn 3, sponsored BSD Toyota Tundra. Brinson's got some speed. He had a good run there. Self-inflicted wound, self-spin, and a Hunt going to have to make his way back around a handful of drivers. Let's go around the track a little bit more. What do you say we jump to this little battle raging on here with the 6 of Josiah Strauss? He's got Jesse Hedges right behind him. TJ Grober falling to the wayside now, as we've got one driver going way to the outside. Looks like that may be the 40 of David Cameron. Oh, there's Cameron right there going down, or coming into the bottom of the S's. It may have been the 20, possibly, of Robert Lukens. There it is. Yes, it is the 20 of Robert Lukens. You can see heavy damage on the front end of his Ling Ying. Hers sponsored number 20 Ford F-150, and Lukens heads to pit road for a second time. We'll head back around the track. What do you say we go back inside of your top 10, looking at the battle raging on between Josiah Strauss, Jesse Hedges right there. You can see TJ Grober not too far off. The 45 right there in the mix, going to be knocking on the door for position here very shortly. Close little battle back behind him. Daniel Jensen, Justin Gann going at it for 10th position on the racetrack. Drivers utilizing a lot of the curbs out there on the track here tonight. Trying to get these machines unsettled to some extent. You don't want the truck too stiff. You want to be able to kind of to muscle it into the corner. You want to be able to run over the curbs and it not really upset the handling too much. Now, obviously, anytime you have a tire off of the pavement, you're not turning as well as what you possibly could. But sometimes you just got to kick that thing a little bit sideways, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get that left front right over top of that ridge and get that thing popped up in the air, get a little skate on the right rear, and out of the bus stop you go. But hey, you know, sometimes you gotta go slow to go fast as well. We'll jump back to a battle just outside of your top 15. There you can see side by side the Abruzzi 127 of Matt Allen. He's going to take a position away from Larry Poling. Poling going to fall back to the 18th position. Zach Miller not too far back. The 38 runs in 19th. Overhead camera shot here. Riding on board with that 127 Chevy Silverado of Matt Allen. He's trying to run back down Scott Bellum. There you can see Bellum just off in the distance off of the foreground, making his way up through the S's here. 10 turns in the race here tonight. Well, we categorize it as 10. Some may break it down into 12, but yeah, tomatoes. Nick Burlow, since snatching the race lead into turn number 1. Let's go up here with your race leader right on board with that shock top. Chevy Silverado, the 88 of Nick Burlow, making his way through turn number 2, up through the S's now. There goes turn 3. We'll ride right here with Burlow for a minute. Turn 3, here goes turn 4. All the way down this long backstretch. This is one of the biggest stretches on the track. Very compact corners here, hard onto the braking, right-hander. And turn number 8 right here, long carousel turn. Some elect to split that up into 2 different corners. I like to label it just one solid long sweeping left-hander. Right-hander, I do apologize. Down into another right-hander, turn number 9, incoming at turn number 10, final corner on the course. Lap traffic already in front of Nick Burlow. That is the 40 of David Cameron. He's going to be in danger of being put a lap down here on lap number 6, and there it is. The 40 going to go to the right-hand side of the track. Give the running line to your race leader, and already struggling to keep pace is Norwitzki. There you can see your pole sitter. We'll take another onboard camera shot here with Nowitzki as he's fallen from that top spot back into second, but still has a very large lead back to 27. Clark Janikin, there you can check out that 27 of Clark Janikin, and he's got some company right behind him. Got a battle of brewing here on lap number 7 out of the 43 in tonight's official race distance. We're going to be clean the entire race, or I should say green. Road course racing rules apply. Only local yellows unless the track is just absolutely destroyed and completely clogged up. We should see this thing stay a green flag for the entire night. I mean, there's going to be some tight battles all over this field. We're going to watch a handful of them right here. We're watching Clark Janikin go at it with Bailey Dutton. Dutton trying to make that position up. We'll take a look at the timing and scoring. There you can see right there. Running up on David Cameron at a very quick pace. Burlow with a ferocious pace right now. We'll go back to your race leader out here. 3 seconds now in front of Eric Norwitzki. He has absolutely unleashed the floodgates. That shock top Chevy Silverado looking to shine here tonight at the Watkins Glen Raceway in the Glen Grand Prix here with the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. What a race, what a night indeed, race fans. Telling you what, drivers, surprisingly, and I say that with all good nature, and all the guys out there on the track know this. I mean, road course racing, something that us oval heads, yeah, you heard me say it, an oval head, we're not too comfortable. We may kind of like them. We may think they're fun. But when it comes to actually needing points-paying races, we're not too keen, not comfortable enough. So to have just 3 drivers with some trouble here tonight and still have 23 on the lead lap, 10 laps into tonight's race. In my book, that's a double thumbs up right there. That's a job well done by a load of drivers that may be struggling to find a little bit of speed, maybe struggling to keep big time pace like we see out of this 88 of Nick Burlow. He's got Eric Nowitzki, your pole sitter, right behind him, but covered by 3.3 and another 5.5 back from Nowitzki. You'll find the 27 of Clark Janikin. Janikin not even in your picture, still battling with Bailey Dutton. We'll go back to this little battle that's still brewing on down into the final corner. There you can see that the U.S. Auto Sales, I apologize, the U.S. Auto Sales 26 of Bailey Dutton just trying to get there. He's been there for about 3 laps now, just heating him up, pressuring him, but not able to really do anything with Janik and his Dutton. And we'll take a look from inside the cockpit. What do you say, race fans? We go ahead around the track. Let's jump inside the cockpit of this 32 machine as he makes his way off of the final corner. Going to cross the line. We'll ride around the track 1 lap here with Darren Clement inside his Kitty Coin 32. Looking at the speed charts last time around, race leader Nick Burlow turning in a 1:15.26. That is still the fastest on the racetrack, but it looks to be about 4th fastest on track. And we're riding on board with right here Darren Clement with a 1:15.98. So just a handful of drivers able to keep it down in that 1:15 bracket. Everybody else struggling in the mid 1:16s. You can see Clement taking it wide off the corner exit. He'll go around the lap truck of Stephen Ayers Jr., the 62 Ford F-150, running in that 25th position. And that's a lap around the Glen with Darren Clement, your biggest mover of the race. Clement running all the way back from, it looks to be about 28, started pretty much shotgun Sally tail end of the field, and a great run up towards the front, knocking on the door of a top 10 now. Will Darren Clement be able to get... Whoa, easy, buddy. And you know what? With that being said, broadcaster's curse may be coming into effect, so we're going to move ourselves right along. Let's go ahead. Back up here to this battle. Clark Janick and Bailey Dutton still going at it. 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. They have not let each other breathe just yet. They are still fighting for that position. And I tell you what, let's take a look off of the tail end now of Janikin as he makes his way around turn number 9, now down into turn 10, final corner on the racetrack. They'll both fire it up and head down this long straightaway and get on the binders, heading down into turn number 1. See a little bit of a wiggle Adam Dutton as he was getting onto the brakes coming down into turn number 1. Janikin doing a good job here, keeping them at bay, and doing an even better job keeping drivers at bay is Burlow in that shock top 88. Just smooth, consistent, and continuing to stretch that race lead. 5.2 seconds now, the race advantage over your pole sitter. The 48 of Eric Norwitzki still runs in that second position, and he's all but got that thing locked up. He's going to have a big mishap for these two that continue to battle here on lap number 12 to catch up to him. Clark Janigan, Bailey Dutton fighting over third. Strauss going by Gann for 6th position. Decker going by Jensen for 19th. Matt Allen now makes his way by Jensen, as well as Jensen has to go ahead and pull the pit road. And oh, Matt Allen, he's got some trouble. Matt Allen with issues. Lap number 13, Matt Allen has some trouble. Tell you what, let's go back. Let's check this replay. We're getting a thumbs up on it there. You can see that Abruzzi 127 down into turn number 1. And oh, yeah, just on the brakes and around he goes. Ooh, right there in front of second place runner Eric Norwitzki. Fortunately enough for Nowitzki, he was able to avoid any contact. So some trouble for Matt Allen today. He's going to find himself off of the lead lap now. 13 laps into tonight's race. TJ Grover with some issues. Oh no, what happened? With Grover, trouble on the track. On and off of the track a handful of times here, very kind of in succession here. Let's go back. Let's see what happened with Grover. There you can see that 45 gets on the binders. Yeah, a little bit of trouble, and whoa, got to be careful of the other trucks. And looks like everything goes okay from here. Gets it back up to speed, back heading in the right direction, and there you go. Back live on the front stretch. And what has happened to Janikin? Oh no, let's check the replay here. What happened? Janikin makes his way by Larry Poling, and is he coming to pit? Oh my gosh, just a hard left-hand turn there. What happened? It looked like something broke. On that machine. Let's see if we can't take one more look at it here. There's Janikin shooting by our static camera, going down into the final corner. Yeah, just an abrupt left-hand turn for Janikin. Oh my gosh. That's going to be some big-time trouble, and he's going to lose a ton of track time. Janikin now listed all the way back in 13th as Nick Burlow whoa, more trouble. We got another driver around. Cody Schultz has some issues. Ouch. Clark out there in the chat letting us know wheel just decided to fall off. Let's just call it falling off, uncalibrated itself. And yeah, the wheel's just kind of falling off at that point. Unfortunate circumstances for the driver running in third at the moment. Janikin, he's going to lose a handful of laps here before he gets back out there on the track. But look for Janikin to try to get out there and just keep running. A little bit of damage control here tonight is going to be in order for a vast majority of the field, because race leader Burlow right there making his way around Stephen Ayers Jr., putting Ayers Jr. a second lap down here tonight. And now going to put the 38 of Zach Miller one lap down. That's going to leave us with just 13 drivers left on the lead lap, and we ain't even halfway through. That is the pace set here tonight by Burlow, the man that was fastest in a happy hour, qualified second, grabbed the race lead heading into turn number 1. Your pole sitter, Eric Norwitzki, running well all race long. There you can see Norwitzki making his way off of turn number 10, back through the front stretch and going to cross the line here. Nice little run for him. Norwitzki's got an 8-second advantage over third place runner. There you can see the U.S. Auto Sales 26 of Bailey Dutton. Dutton, I don't want to say gifted, but Dutton picking up that third position, no longer having to fight his guts out for it with Janikin after wheel troubles. Catch that 27 Tundra out and on the pit road. Crew's got a little bit of work to be doing on that 27 truck, but look for him to rejoin the race here shortly. Looking around the track, and we're trying to see if we've got any more of these battles for positions on the racetrack, and it looks like things are beginning to definitely sort themselves out, calm themselves down a little bit. Big time trouble there for the 12 of Orion Decker, the Ghost Sour Patch Kids flavored energy drink. You know, I'm curious. I really am curious because I love Sour Patch Kids. I mean, absolutely love them. If you think I'm kidding, here you go. They got tropical. Those are absolutely delicious. They got your normal ones, obviously. Then you got ones that are actually just watermelon. You have just grape, just strawberry. You even have what they call heads. 2 different flavors of Sour Patch Kids wrapped up in one Sour Patch Kid. What? So gonna be looking for this one in the supermarkets around the area. Seen some things on Twitter and social media as of late about Ghost Energy, and we're gonna see if we can't get our hands on one. And I tell you what, we'll see if it tastes as good as it looks on the truck, even though the truck has seen a little bit of better days, front end beat up, banged up. But you know, sometimes things like that happen at road courses. If you're not familiar with the way things went down this past Saturday in real life racing for the Xfinity Series drivers, well, we're not going to spoil it for you. We're just going to say, make sure you go and check that out. But before you go, while you're here, while you're at it, you know you want to show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy the content brought to you each and every Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. The ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series does appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by, so join us in that push to 3,000. Like I said, show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell. The 12 of Decker almost goes all the way around. He's going to correct the ship and get headed back up through the S's, but he's going to have a lot of hungry drivers ride all over him. Oh my goodness, here we go. There's Todd Cray in that 21 machine. The 30 of Justin Gann, 4th and 5th on the racetrack. These two drivers very familiar with racing around each other. Here comes Josiah Strauss. Strauss moves into 6th. 4th, 5th, 6th on the racetrack. All right there, running with each other. Justin Gann has some trouble. Man, there's kitty cat coins going everywhere, litter all over the track. We're going to have to see if we can't find some catnip. Catch the attention of some of these drivers. A little bit of off-track excursions, not what you want. Got to have the focus, got to have the concentration to keep it on the pavement. I know it sounds silly, but a lot of great road course racers and road course ringers, they'll let you know. Number one, it ain't about one lap fast speed. It's about consistent lap speed. Being able to go out there and run 10 laps at a certain pace ends up paying off a little bit more than just one lightning fast lap and then laps that you know what I'm trying to say. Just get worse and worse. So pace, very important, but keeping it on the track, that's how you're going to keep that pace. You You get some of that dirty grass and things of that nature on the tires and the grill. That's going to affect multiple different aspects of your handling. Going to affect the tires, the grip levels. Going to affect the aerodynamics on the front end of these trucks. Also going to affect the water and oil temperature. So a lot can be done. Whoa, 21 sideways. Uh-oh, here we go. Back across the track. Todd Cray, contact. After jumping one of the curbs, contact with the Armco barrier. And the 21 of Cray going to lose a handful of positions. He's going to fall back now to the 8th spot as Darren Clement makes his way by. Let's clue in on this 21 for a moment, man. What a run up through the field here tonight. As we said, consistent. Keeping it on track. Big thing right here. 20 laps in, 24 to go here tonight from Watkins Glen Raceway. That's right, you're watching the Glen Grand Prix for the ASM HAUCK Designs Truck Series, also sponsored by David Spears Designs. If you're looking for some great wraps, look no further than David Spears Designs. You can head on over to the Facebook page and find out some great information out there about all of the sponsors. As always, a big shout out to Butt Kicker coming on board, sponsoring a portion of the season this year for the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. What a run, what a night. We're going to stay on board here with the 32 of Darren Clement for just a moment. Clement beginning to run up into some lap traffic. Where's your race leader at? There you can see Burlow making his way up through the S's. And I tell you what, you want to know what it's like inside the office. You want to know what it's like to drive one of these trucks around the Glen. Let's give you a unique vantage point into the lives inside of one of these trucks. Let's ride with the shock top 88 of Nick Burlow. There you can see, there it is, guys. Great camera shot right here, looking at the man putting in work in that Fatheads helmet, man. I'm telling you, he's got the Hans device in there. A lot of bouncing going on, but still able to keep this truck doing exactly what he wants it to do. And I mean, really, that's what it's about, right? And you can just see what it is and how it is. There you can see a little bit more of the bumps on this track. Not a whole lot of pitching and banking. There is a lot of elevation change on the track. You go up the hill right here and just gradually, especially through that carousel, that's where you really come back downhill and back headed towards the front stretch. Great camera shot right here on board with the 88 shock top Chevy Silverado of Nick Burlow. We'll go back to one of our Toyota onboard camera shots. Let's jump on board with Nicholas Wing. There you can see the 99 Toyota Tundra making his way around turn number 10, the final corner on the track, and he's going to now head to pit road. Norwitzki, Gann, Cray, and Wing to pit road. So we'll jump out of the car, and let's go back to the 26 of Dutton. There you can see Dutton running in that second position now, able to make up a handful of spots, capitalizing on the trouble from a handful of drivers. And here we go. Here we are right on the cusp of the halfway point here tonight. It's going to be a fast and furious, no pun whatsoever intended, race here tonight at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Best lap of the race, mirroring his qualifying time here tonight, as now the 26 of Dutton will follow the 88 of Burlow down to pit road. We'll go back to new race leader right here, Josiah Strauss. Not going to be official just yet, but Strauss going to make his way off of turn number 10. What's he do? Will he head to pit road this time around? And looks like he's going to slow the truck up and head to pit road for sure. Next up on the licks, there's Jesse Hedges, Darren Clement. They're both going to head down pit road. TJ Grober running back behind your Polster. Eric Norwitzki, whoa, sneaky Norwitzki already down to pit road and back on track. He came to pit road on lap number 21. How much time is he going to be able to make up? I'll tell you what, it's not going to be enough to grab that top spot back. Nick Burlow able to keep himself out front of this race. Never gave up the race lead. Nobody ever coming by and making a pass while Burlow was stationary on pit road. So a job well done, and just look at that race lead. I mean, unbelievable. Norwitzki heads back to the second position, but look what Bailey Dutton's been able to do. Dutton stayed out one lap longer than Norwitzki did, but Dutton has closed in. He is right there. He is looking to battle and rightfully take that second position away. Looking around the track, trying to see if we see any more battles out there. We've got some races off of pit road to show you. There you can see more drivers trickling in, coming down pit lane. And oh, Eric Norwitzki back down pit road. He was just on to pit road, and about 3 laps later, he's coming back to pit road. Is there a fuel strategy upon us? Are the drivers at the front going to be able to make it from here on fuel, or will they have to head back down to pit road? Oh man, there's a lot of unknowns now. That one's got us a little bit stumped. There you can see the 91 of Patrick Coro in the U-Haul rental truck. Heading out the way, giving the race line to Bailey Dutton as he closes in on that 127 of Matt Allen. Allen with some early trouble here tonight finds himself off pace back in the 20th position, sitting 2 laps down. And I mean, that just lets you know how fast Burlow, Dutton, Gann, Strauss, Clement, Correa are pacing the field here tonight. Look through your running order, race fans, and only drivers inside of your top 10 are on the lead lap. Nick Burlow leads by over 17 and a half seconds. Bailey Dutton with a big time advantage as well. He's got about another 17 seconds back to third place runner Justin Gann. Josiah Strauss right there running in that 4th position. Darren Clement, Todd Cray in 6th. Eric Nowitzki, your pole sitter, rejoins the track, and he should have enough fuel to get to the end. Nowitzki rolls out in 7th, back up to speed. There's the 99 Toyota Tundra of Nicholas Wing trying to make his way up through the field. Have a solid finish here tonight. And just a solid night here tonight for Nicholas Wing. I mean, coming into tonight's race, sitting outside of your top 10 into the points. Gaining 4 positions here tonight on a tough little road course. Watkins Glen, very fast but very technical. These braking points, these corner entries and exits, very technical. I mean, I know we preach the same things, and Bailey Dutton has trouble. Oh my goodness, Bailey Dutton has an issue. He's got some problems. What has happened to Dutton? I tell you what, let's go see if we can't check a replay. Do we got a replay of that real quick? All right, well, we'll stay right here for just a moment. There's Matt Allen making his way around a truck or two. And let's go to the replay now. Bailey Dutton, there you can see. Oh, and just, I believe he's going to overcook it coming out of the carousel, coming out of the bus stop and into the carousel. There it is. Yeah, it is. Yep. Tail end of the truck. Very easy to get out of shape on you right there. A little bit of tank slap going on, but fortunate enough for that 26 of Dutton, he was able to keep it out of contact with anything. So tires definitely going to be mad, but I'd rather have a mad set of tires than a mad messed up truck. Dutton going to have to try to recover. 127 down to the inside of the 38. He's going to take that 18th position away. Jesse Hedges able to get by Brinson Hunt for the 11th position last time around. Go up to one of your only battles right here, riding with Darren Clement, Josiah Strauss in the 6 machine. There you can see Strauss trying to close in on Clement. That's a battle inside of your top 5, 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Not too far off in front, though. You'll find Justin Gann, your 3rd place and final podium driver. Handful of laps over the halfway point. Wanted to let all of the green flag pit stops kind of shake themselves out here tonight before we headed into your mid-race report, your driver highlights and spotlights here tonight from Watkins Glen International Speedway. Here we are. Man at the front. He was fastest in happy hour. Barely missed that pole position. He qualified 2nd, took the race lead down into turn number 1 on the opening lap and hasn't looked back since. He is the only driver to lead a lap here tonight in the Glen Grand Prix from Watkins Glen International Speedway, leading them all and leading them by almost 30 seconds. It is a shellacking here tonight by Nick Burlow over this field. Man, stepped out, lights out. Burlow leads the way. Back to the man running in 2nd. He qualified 3rd here tonight in his U.S. Auto Sales Toyota Tundra. Dutton with a solid night, solid run. But as we already said, 30 seconds back from Burlow, knotting up that 2nd position. It looks like he's going to have a pretty stable hold on this 2nd spot. Bailey Dutton sitting in 2nd. 3rd place runner here tonight as we go around and around. And excuse me, we do apologize about that. Justin Gann. Great run up through the field. Started outside of your top 10. Now the kitty coin number 34 to F-150 driver out of Virginia Beach. Getting the job done. As we said, up 8 positions, now running in 3rd, rounding out your podium spots with 15 laps remaining. But hard charging, heading his way towards the front. We're going to have a battle on our hands here very shortly for that 3rd position. I can guarantee you. The driver out of Kissimmee, Florida. The Kitty Cat Coin of Breezy Airs iRacing Paints Butt Kickers, sponsored for 32 ECM machine of Darren Clement. Sits in 4th. He's your biggest mover of tonight's race, up 24 positions. And that's right, race fans. 30 drivers in the grid, and he started in 28th, now running in 4th, looking for 3rd place off of turn number 1. Darren Clement sits in 4th. Pretty much a quiet night for the man inside of this number 6 machine out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Tolstico's Racing's very own Josiah Strauss having a good go at it here tonight. Qualified in the 5th position for Tolstico Racing. Sits in 5th for Tolstico Racing. So gonna walk away with some good team points here tonight. Is that 6th Chevy Silverado, and that's going to be the highlights of the drivers at the front of the field. Want to go back here to a handful of drivers with some good runs here tonight. Out of Berwick, Pennsylvania, there you can see that one machine of Scott Bellum. Bellum has got a good run in that number 1 Ford F-150. A little bit of a beat up rear bumper cover as he's battling with Scott Thomas, and there you can see Thomas will take it down to the inside and grab that position away, but still Bellum with a good run here tonight, up 9 positions from where he qualified, all the way back outside of your top 20. Bellum with a good night, up inside your top 15. And that's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights as we cross the line this time around. Coming out of turn number 10, the shock top 88 Chevy Silverado of Nick Burlow will cross the line and give us just 13 laps to go. Riding on board once again with Burlow as he makes his way down into turn number 1. I'll tell you what, why don't we see if we can't go around the field and have a few of these onboard camera shots for you. Let's see what these drivers are seeing out there now on board with that 45 of TJ Grover. Grover listed last driver on the lead lap, running in that 9th position. He's going to have a rear view mirror full of Nick Burlow here very shortly. Josh Douglas falls off of the lead lap, the number 3 machine. Up 4 positions from where he qualified, rounding out your top 10, but it's not good enough to keep himself on the lead lap as Burlow just absolutely lights out here tonight at the Glen. And there you can see, not a problem at all. He's going to take that position. He's going to take that spot away. And now we are down to just 8 drivers left on the lead lap. Nicholas Wing in the 99 Toyota Tundra listed as the last driver on the lead lap. My goodness. I'm telling you what, these drivers pounding the pavement here tonight at the Glen. Hey, Jess, good to see you out there in the chat. Glad you could join us here tonight. While these truck drivers turning left and right out there on the track. Let's check in. I tell you what, we haven't talked about them. Let's go. What do you say? Here we go. Let's give some of the fans out there in TV land exactly what they came to see, what they wanted to see. There's the 21 of Todd Cray and his Kitty Cat Coin 21 Chevy Silverado making his way through the bus stop and now back through the big long right-hander, the carousel here tonight from Watkins Glen International Speedway. And Cray running in the 7th position. Lost 1 spot from where he qualified, rolled off the starting grid in 6th. Had a little bit of trouble. Fell back behind the 8 ball, has since regained, it looks like to be about 3 or 4 positions, so a good recovery. Getting back to 7th, but Cray looking, wanting, needing a little bit more. We'll move on to our only battle on the track here so far for position. Let's move here with the 48 of Eric Norwitzki, your pole sitter, sitting in that 5th position, and he's going to have company. He's got drivers that want to fight for it. He's got drivers that need some good point stand and some points here tonight. A great way to give your season really a shot in the arm. And uh-oh, we've got trouble. Brenton Hunt, he's got trouble. He goes off track. Darren Clement with a little bit of a moment. He's going to give up a handful of time back to Justin Gann as Clement takes over that 3rd position. What happened here for Darren Clement? I tell you what, let's go back. Let's take a look what happened with the 32. We're not really catching it, not really seeing any issues here. Maybe he cooked it coming down into the corner, getting by Justin Gannon. Oh, boy, there's contact with Gannon. No harm, no foul here. Good run right there. We'll head back live on the racetrack with Darren Clement. Justin Gann just off in the background, off in the distance. Gann losing 2.2 seconds to Clement as that 32 now up 25 positions, rounding out your podium spots with just 10 laps to go. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Brenton Hunt, man, you my new favorite driver. Loving the car, loving the paint scheme out there. All of the sponsors. And hey, look at that. Look at that guy right there. I'm telling you. We couldn't have timed that one right there. I'm Dave in the Cave on the hood here at the Glen. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Back to the racing, back to the front of this field. There you can see that 88 Shock Tops Chevy Silverado just absolutely dominating the field here tonight. 26-second race lead, so that deficit has diminished. But it's not going away nearly as fast as Dutton's going to need it if he's going to want to have any opportunity to do anything. We're going to need a big mix-up, a big mishap out of that 88 of Burlow if he's going to give up this race lead. And there you can see putting Clark Janikin down yet another lap here tonight. Janikin, after having mechanical wheel issues, running inside of the top 5, and that's when it really stings. That's when you know it really hurts. You got a great points day going on, and just something out of your control, something you can do absolutely nothing about. Nothing to prevent, nothing, nothing can be done. It just happens. And there it is, trouble. Janikin taken out of a potential race-winning position. Yeah, he had to make up some time, but you never know what might take place. You never know how it might unfold. And unfortunately tonight, series of events unfolding the wrong way for a handful of drivers. Janikin just one of those drivers. Coro with some issues. Daniel Jensen and Brody Tolstika also has had some issues here tonight, but Tolstika back out on track in the 23 truck. The boss man at Tolstika Racing trying to keep the morale up with his guys and with his crew. There you can see a handful of drivers heading down to pit road. Coro and Janikin both going to head to pit road this time by. And I tell you what, we haven't really spoke about. Whoa, there goes the Ghost Energy number 12 way wide in the corner. Ryan Decker holding down that 15th position, but he went super wide in turn 1. And oh my goodness, moments ago too, we've got more trouble for a handful of drivers. Let's go back. Let's see what happened to the Kitty Cat Coin 404. And Dave Gage, there you can see Gage sitting behind. I believe that is the 28. Yes, it is 28. Oh my gosh. Wow, high sides it. And here, Kitty, he's going to roll right on over for us. Ooh, tough break there for Janikin. That was a hard lick. And, well, we'll jump back live with race leader Nick Burlow. 25 3/4 second race advantage. Larry Poling with an issue and off track. Robert Lukens also with another off track excursion. Ryan Decker able to get by Justin Gann for the 14th position. And what really happened to Gann? He was running very well here. He was running for a position inside of your top 10. In trouble for Justin Gann. Looks like we've got some mechanical issues, some problems there for Justin Gann. He's going to begin to just absolutely plummet through the field. Trying to see if we see any contact, any problems, any issues. And no, Justin Gann, no incidents to speak of. Looks like possibly maybe just some electrical issues causing some problems for that 30 Ford F-150. And Gann going to lose a handful of positions even further back through the field. Going to now be listed in the 12th position. That's got to be a tough one to swallow as well. Gann going to fall out of your top 5. All the way out the side of your top 20. Through turns 9 and out of turn number 10, there you can see Nick Burlow continuing to pace this field. He's going to leave just 6 drivers left on the lead lap, but you better not blink. You better watch out. You might want to cry. He ain't Santa Claus, though. The 88 of Nick Burlow. Looking to put Todd Cray one lap down. Todd Cray running in that 6th position. Only about 12 seconds out in front. Yes, it's 12 seconds. 6 laps to go. But 12 seconds at a road course, it can be found fairly easy in the course of that many laps. We'll see if Cray can keep his 21 Kitty Cat Coin Chevy Silverado on the lead lap. See who else we got out there on the field. Let's see what else we can watch, what else we can see. Tell you what, why don't we go above the track? Do we got the drone cam over there, guys? Do we got it? Looks like we're getting a thumbs up. We do have the drone cam, but it's out there right now. I believe that's following along with that 32 of Darren Clement. Yes, it is. There you can see Darren Clement battling with that 30 of Justin Gann off of the lead lap. Lost a handful of laps here. We seen contact earlier tonight between these two drivers. Will we see a little bit of, I don't want to call it revenge. Will we see a little redemption? A little rubbing? No, and Darren Clement's just going to let Gann go by with those much fresher tires. Smart move. Veteran move right there. You know, I'm not here to fuss and fight. Things happen. Rubbin's racing sometimes, and unfortunately not both parties always agreeing that that's particularly rubbing and racing, but is what it is at times. Drivers got to sort it out amongst themselves. Have at it, boys, if you will, and for the most part, things police themselves out on the track, whether you're road course racing, short track racing, or super speedway racing. Solo racing here tonight. We'll go back up front with your race leader, the 88 of Nick Burlow, making his way back out of the carousel. Going to bring us to just 4 laps remaining. Started tonight's race with 30 drivers heading to the starting grid. We have still got 28 out on track, but only 6 left on the lead lap. Todd Cray, final driver on the lead lap. Nicholas Wing listed as the first driver, 1 lap down, sitting in that 7th position. And man, that's just an amazing drive here tonight by the driver inside of that shock top 88. I mean, it just lights out performance here tonight for Burlow. We mentioned, we noticed, we pointed out for several laps, the gap was diminishing. The gap was getting closer for Bailey Dutton. Now, when we fix our eyes up there on that timing and scoring chart, you can see gap back above the 28-second mark, knocking on the door of a 29-30-second race advantage once again. And Brian Tarnowski now has some trouble. Tarnowski with some issues, back running in that 19th position. Tell you what, race fans, 3 laps to go this time by. Let's go check the replay and see what happened here with Tarnowski and his 28 Toyota Tundra. Whoa! On the brakes hard, trying to avoid the 91, and yep. Hey, that's gonna be it. That looks like enough trouble. That looks like enough damage as we jump back on board with the race leader, Nick Burlow. Lap traffic just off in front. Burlow continues to pound the pavement, smash the gas here tonight in just an unrelentless fashion, man. I mean, just making these drivers pay the price for everything. And I mean, let's hit back here. I want to go right here with Todd Cray and Josiah Strauss. 5th and 6th on the racetrack, knocking on the door of a solid top 5 position. Todd Cray had some early troubles, had some issues. He's right at the ship, and now trying to gain top 5 points paying positions here tonight from Watkins Glen International Raceway. And again, popsicle sticks now on display here at the Glen and the Glen Grand Prix for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Oh, and there goes Larry Bowling, the 69, with troubles. Contact, beating, banging. Let's stay right here. Oh, the 6, he's got to give up some time. The 6 has got to slow as he cut the course, and that's going to give the advantage right to the 21 of Todd Cray. He's going to take that 2nd spot away, and just like that, Todd Cray moves his way into the 5th and final spot inside the top 5. And oh, big time trouble now for Josiah Strauss as he looks to be smoking. There you can see that 6 with heavy damage. Don't look for him to hit pit road. He should keep himself out there on the track, but will he be able to keep himself in front of Nick Burlow off of turn number 10? Gonna cross the line this time around. White flag flies. Final lap here tonight from Watkins Glen International Speedway in the Glen Grand Prix. Race number 4, season number 5 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. It's the first road course of the season, the only road course of the season. And I'm sure a lot of drivers liking the fact that we did it. Some of them hating it. Some of them wish we never come back. But as we watch your race leader, Nick Burlow, over the course of this final lap, I want to keep you in ahead of the game, ahead of the curveball, ahead of the pitch. We've got some great upcoming racing here in the next 4 weeks. We're going to finish out the month of June racing at Bristol Motor Speedway, but it's going to be Bristol Dirt, baby. Then we're going to head down to the Super Speedway, Talladega Super Speedway Auto Club right after that to finish out the month of June. And we're going to kick July off right with the All-Star Racing off of turn 10 for the final time, crossing the line, capturing the checkered flag here tonight in the Glen Grand Prix. That 88 shot top of Nick Burlow gets the job done with a fair amount of ease. Nick Burlow going to walk away with the top spot in the checkered flag. First race win of the season for Burlow. Coming off of the final corner and crossing the line, 26 of Bailey Dutton will secure that second finishing position. And now in third, there you can see him, driver out of Danbury, Connecticut, Eric Malwitzki with a solid night here tonight. And he's going to make his way off of the final corner and walk away with a podium. Qualified on pole. Kept it near the front. 48 walks away in third. Great run, great show here tonight from the Glen. And let's go back with your race winner enjoying a cool down lap here from Watkins Glen. We're going to keep it right here. Let's see if he gives the fans in the stands on the front stretch a little bit of a smoke show. A little bit of a light smoke show. So with that being said, he's going to allow people to get those nice photo finishes. Now we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside here at Watkins Glen International Speedway after a crazy Grand Prix here with the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. We seen a driver just walk away with it, dominate here tonight. Then we seen a handful of drivers walk away with some great finishes, some great recoveries, move way up through the field. And that's going to lead us to our podium drivers here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a quick word with the man that walked away with the pole position here tonight. Also walked away in third inside of that 48 machine. Eric and Dave, you got a copy?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for having me here.
Hey, man. Well, thanks for giving us something good to talk about, man. I mean, how was the truck out there tonight? And how tough was the track?
The truck was a lot better than it was in practice. I was a little concerned about breaking into one in practice. Didn't have a problem there during the race. The track was beautiful, man. Everyone else on the track was great too. I love that about SMR. A lot of respectable drivers. So I want to first thank all of them for being so clean. And I was pumped about the pole. The green went, and I didn't get going. And I tried to stick with Nick a little bit, but then I started to get a little loose, and I was really pushing it. And then I pit. I was using up too much gas, and I was talking to them about it, and talking about gears, and I was like, yeah, it seems like I used a bit more of the truck and more of the RPMs than the others. And when I pit, I didn't put enough gas. I was like, darn, I'm going to have to pit again. I pit again a few laps later, and I got past a few guys, and then I think someone else may have disconnected accidentally. Someone got into a little accident, and that's what gave me the third. So, I'm happy about that. Congratulations to Nick on the win. And I also want to thank my N Honor teammates. I got Scott, TJ, and Jesse. They all did a great job too, and I like the Glen.
Well, it looks like for sure you like the Glen. I don't want to call it a shocking or a surprising, but it caught me off guard there. You looked like you were, excuse me, down on the speed charts there in happy hour, and then just blazing fast time out there for qualifying. So a job well done on the qualifying effort, and then to overcome adversity at a tough road course, a very technical track where you got to be smooth each and every lap. Hats off, my man Eric. Heck of a job out there. Before we let you go, is there anybody you missed? You want to give any final shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, well, again, my N Honor teammates and everyone at ASMR, and my girlfriend for letting me have time to do this stuff. She's cool about that. I enjoy it. I enjoy you guys. I thank you for broadcasting. You do a heck of a job, I got to say. But yeah, it was a fun race, and gear up for the next one.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, congratulations on the great run here, and get ready. We're gonna sling some dirt next week. We're heading to Bristol covered in dirt, man. It's gonna be another crazy night.
Yeah, man. I got to get started on that. But yeah, thanks again. You have a good night.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from your pole sitter here tonight. Overcoming a little bit of adversity when it comes to the fuel mileage end of things. Norwitzki walks away in third. Moving right along, that's going to bring us to the driver that finished second here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 26 Toyota Tundra. Bailey, it's Dave. How you feeling, man?
Ecstatic. The fact that I finished second is shocking to me.
Well, why? What's so shocking about it, man? You had a fast truck in qualifying. You ran a pretty solid race. I mean, what's so shocking?
I knew I had like one lap speed, but to like string 43 together is not easy. I'm not a road course guy, so I figured the mistakes were going to happen, which I did make one. I did self-spin. So thank God I had enough of a gap behind me that it didn't hurt.
Okay, well, we'll give you that one. There's a handful of the drivers. You're not alone. I'm gonna tell you that you're not alone with the drivers that can. I don't want to say can't road course race because obviously you can, but that it's just not your thing and not your wheelhouse.
Not my forte, that's for sure.
Well, Bailey, a solid night here tonight in an uncomfortable setting, we'll call it. How are
Yes.
you feeling about next week? I mean, we're heading to Bristol, but it's dirt.
Yeah, so I feel pretty good actually. We were just talking about that dirt. I do a pretty good bit on here, so I expect to do pretty decent there.
All right, well, we're going to look to see if you can back up this podium finish with another podium finish next week on the dirt. I can't wait to see a lot of you guys kicking these trucks sideways on the high bank covered in dirt, man. It's going to be a blast once again. But Bailey, congratulations on a great solid run here tonight, bringing the 26 Tundra home in the second spot. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, my team, we put in a decent amount of practice here to prepare for this. We knew it wasn't going to be the easiest, but we felt like we had to do somewhat good to make up some points. So I just thank my team for getting in some practice and giving each other some pointers.
All right, my man. Well, we won't keep you around much longer. Bailey, again, congratulations on the great run here tonight. And we'll see if you can't park that 26 back on the podium again, but let's see if we can make it one spot better next week at Bristol. What do you say?
That sounds really good.
All right, my man. Well, until then, stay safe and keep it fast.
Appreciate it, Dave.
All right, there you go. Final parting words from we'll call it an uncomfortable driver in a comfortable place inside the truck, but not too acclimated, not too keen, not too ecstatic about running on the road courses. Happy, content, and satisfied with a good second place showing here tonight. Bailey Dutton walks away in second. That's going to move us right along to the man that was pretty much in his own area code here tonight. Led every single lap here tonight since the drop of the green flag. Took the race lead down in turn number one. Nick Burlow, how you feeling inside of that shock top Silverado? Because, man, you were lights out tonight.
I feel great. It was fun to win like that. I mean, it was kind of a boring race after pulling out like that. It seems like there was a bunch of gaps out there. It didn't seem like a whole bunch of guys were racing each other, almost like a raid almost. Was everyone keeping their own pace?
Yeah, a lot of drivers were keeping some pretty good pace, but obviously you had the field absolutely covered, man. You were fastest in happy hour. Just missed the pole in qualifying. You rolled off from the grid in second, but as we said, coming to you here in Victory Lane, you grabbed the race lead going into turn number one, and you didn't look back from that point on. Led every single lap. Was there a moment out there anytime tonight where things got maybe a little bit out of hand?
I mean, there was a few times. The first few laps with Eric, within a second of me, was a good little squirrely. He was trying to make a gap there. But I remember that first lap coming out of the bus stop going into the carousel. I got super loose and almost lost it. That was kind of a hairy moment. But yeah, other than that, just a little here and there with some lap cars trying to get through that. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward.
Well, Nick, again, congratulations on just an absolutely, like we said, lights out, dominating performance here tonight at the road course. And a few drivers, road course racing, not necessarily their forte, but we're going to another sort of unknown or I'll call it a specialist track next week. We asked your fellow podium drivers, how are you feeling about heading to Bristol next week with those high banks being covered in dirt?
Not excited.
You'd rather be back here, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I wish just every race was a road course. But yeah, I just don't traditionally do a whole lot of dirt. If I do dirt, it's usually just for fun and like week 13 kind of stuff or unofficial type stuff. So it's not really my thing, but see how it goes.
Well, fortunately enough for you, you got a race win in your back pocket. That's going to give you a good shot in the arm in the point standings. We'll see how you run next week. But for the time being, man, enjoy this one. Relish in that first win of the season in a dominating fashion, man. Lights out performance again. Congratulations. I don't think I've seen much more of a dominant performance at a road course than what we watched here tonight. So, Nick, before we let you go and enjoy, would you like to give any final shout-outs? Thank yous, love yous. Thank anybody back home or at the shop.
Yeah, of course. First off, I want to thank Ed Hawk for always making some amazing paint schemes. I love them. Always go to him. Hawk Designs kills it for sure. I want to thank you as well. I love your streams. Always going back and watch them. It's always a good time or unwind after a race. And just everyone in the league. I mean, for the most part, everyone's pretty respectable. I like it. So usually some clean racing. Like today was pretty good. A bunch of fun guys to race with.
Absolutely. Well, man, we do appreciate the kind words. I know your fellow racers and admins appreciate the kind words as well. So again, Nick, congratulations on I mean, I don't know how else to explain it than dominating, man. Just absolutely killed it here tonight. We hope to see some more speed in that 88 coming up in these next few weeks. But until then, man, enjoy this one. Keep it safe and stay fast.
Go on.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver out of that 88 machine. That's Nick Burlow in the shock top Silverado. As we said, lights out, dominating race here tonight. Cross the start finish line with a 30-second advantage over second place. Make no bones or doubt about it. Nick Burlow showed why he is the road course king here in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series, and that's going to do it for us here tonight. In the Glen Grand Prix, walking away with the top spot was that 88 of Nick Burlow. And man, just as we said, what a great race. What a way to finish off a night here at Watkins Glen International Speedway. Just lights out all night long, and there you can hear those familiar sounds in the background. Producers hitting the buttons, so you know that means it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away, dominating, leading all 44 laps. There you can see checkered flag in hand. The 88 of Nick Burlow tops the charts. 26 of Bailey Dutton walks away in second. Third place belongs to your pole sitter here tonight, that 48 of Eric Norwitzki. Darren Clement finishes in fourth while rounding out your top five, the 21 of Todd Craig. Nicholas Wing, TJ Grover back in seventh. Eighth place belongs to Jesse Hedges. Josh Douglas finishes in ninth, and inside of that number 6 machine, Josiah Strauss rounds out your top 10. 44, Brinson Hunt back in 11th. Scott Bellum in 12th. 13th belongs to Scott Thomas, Justin Gann, Cody Schultz, Ryan Decker, Zach Miller, Matt Allen. Finish out your top 18. Now down into the second half of the running order. Walking away 19th here tonight, Brian Tarnowski in that 28 machine. There's Larry Poling in the 69 turn 3 sponsored truck. Poling gonna finish in 20th. Trouble with the wheels, and the wheels fall off here tonight for the 27 of Clark Jenikin. Stephen Ayers Jr. back in 22nd. 404 of Dave Gage gonna finish in 23rd, 24th here tonight to Ed Houck. Patrick Coro back in 25th. David Cameron brings his 48 machine home in 26th. Newcomer, first time on the track in his number 20 Ford F-150. Robert Lukens walks away with 27th. 28th from the Glen here tonight, the 11 of Daniel Jensen. Brody Tostica and Ben Bryant finish out the 30 truck field here tonight from Watkins Glen International Raceway. And once again, race fans, if you haven't already, show these drivers some love, show them some appreciation, and make sure you drop them a thumbs up. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show them love, you know you want to. Drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back in the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And with the music coming to a close, we're going to begin to close up shop, roll up the cords, and get ready to head to Bristol Dirt, baby. It's going to be a great action-packed Monday night next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet ya in Turn 3.